Hello and welcome to Network. My name is Sphumelele Zondi with your technology and social media news. Remember that if you want to be a part of our tech conversation, it is SABC Network. Now that's on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. Remember that our Twitter poll this week is asking you if you think you have a good enough mobile phone coverage in your area. Results of that poll are coming up later in the program. But here's what's coming up in the show tonight. Samsung has postponed the release of its new device. Now this is due to bad reviews. We go to Nigeria, where technology is being used to honor the Chibok girls. Our discussion is with Zulu Transformers, who are talking about using social media to promote fitness. Samsung has postponed the release of its foldable phones. Now this is after bad reviews, as some people said the screen cracks when you fold it sometimes, and some say it eventually stops working. Samsung South Africa says the phone will still be released, but at a different date.
As they launched their latest television set, the 8K QLED resolution display, Samsung was also meant to showcase their latest smartphone, the Galaxy Fold. Unfortunately, things didn't go quite as planned.
The reason for this sudden change of plans is because of recent reports about the device's hardware failures.
Few samples out of multiple samples we provide to the media, and one communication sounds like a missed is the Galaxy Fold is different from normal smartphone. It has a Polaroid on the face. It's not glass or LED LCD. So we are not supposed to peel it off, but for some reason, some people peeled it off, which is a part of the screen. So actually, literally, they damaged the screen, few devices. That's why, although that's miscommunication, and if there was no clear communication about that.
The electronics giant also issued out this statement, which stated that the retail launch of the Samsung Galaxy Fold will be delayed. However, a new debut date for the device hasn't been issued out yet.
On the upside, the reviewers' revelations have somewhat helped Samsung dodge a bullet of yet another Galaxy Note 7 debacle.
Though in the news globally for the Galaxy Fold saga, here in South Africa, Samsung managed to turn the spotlight on their 8K QLED television.
It's the first time we launched 8K resolution TV. Can you imagine what's an 8K resolution? In the market, the best picture TV quality is a 4K resolution. So this is 8,000 resolution, which means if you watch the TV, it's better than our naked eyes.
Not only is watching 8K resolution better than our naked eye, the pixelation of the TV gives viewers a 3D experience without having the glasses on. The QLED TV is currently available for pre-order in South Africa and has been available since the 25th of April. The launch took place at an event held in Melrose Arch, Johannesburg.
Have you ever wondered how your favorite online store knows what you're interested in and what you bought the last time you were there? Well, that's artificial intelligence at play. Producer Sandile Hlangani tells us all about it.
In the last decade, artificial intelligence has gone from a science fiction dream to a critical part of our everyday lives. We use AI systems to interact with our phones and speakers through voice assistants like Alexa and Samsung Voice Command.
What do you need help with?
Unclogging a drain.
Sure, I've found 5 plumbers and I've emailed you their details.
Cars made by Telsa interpret and analyze their surroundings to intelligently drive themselves. Amazon monitors our browsing habits and then serves our products it thinks we would like to buy. And even Google decides what results to give us based on our search activity. Artificial intelligence systems are here, and they have already changed our lives for better or worse.
I do think that it is a convenience because, it's very convenient just having the pop-up there and you not having to actually type in what you want. But it is a bit scary because I do feel that how do they know that I want this?
I'm two ways about it. I don't really like people tracking me but I guess it's a good thing. However, in the part where I come from the fashion and beauty industry, and as a fashion and beauty editor, sometimes it's hard to find clothes and the right accessories for your clients and for yourself.
There are so many amazing ways artificial intelligence and machine learning are used behind the scenes to impact our everyday lives and inform business decisions and optimize operations for some of the world's leading companies.
Competitors and disruptors are coming in and they're disrupting your business. You think, I'm the incumbent, I'm in control, I've got the market. Don't rest on your laurels.
As AI and machine learning become more widely available and universal, they are having a real effect on payment processes. These technologies are at the forefront of not just detecting fraud, but preventing it before it happens.
We are PCI DSS level 1 compliant, which is the highest level of compliance. We are a PASA certified system operator and third-party payment provider. So we make sure that we have the highest grades of security available in our product.
Many e-commerce businesses are already using forms of AI to better understand their customers, generate new leads, and provide an enhanced customer experience.
A couple of years ago, a group of girls in Chibok in Nigeria were kidnapped. That gave birth to the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls. Some of the girls eventually returned, but others did not. But now technology is being used to honor the girls.
As part of the events to mark the 5th anniversary of the kidnapping of 276 schoolgirls in Chibok, northern Nigeria, people in Lagos, the country's commercial capital, watched a documentary about a mother whose daughter was abducted by Boko Haram. Guests watched the short film Daughters of Chibok at a popular bus stop in the city. The film's producer, Joel Kachu Benson, used virtual reality technology to give audiences a chance to have a 360-degree viewing experience.
When they told me that my daughter...
The 11-minute documentary, which took about 2 weeks to film, takes viewers through the daily struggles and hopes of Yana Galang, a farmer whose 18-year-old daughter, Rit Futoki, was abducted in 2014 from her secondary school.
The Chibok story is a very important story. It's a global story, and it's a story that doesn't have closure yet. It doesn't have an ending yet. You know, there's still 112 girls missing. So from a story perspective, I found that interesting. I wanted to explore it. I've never been to Chibok before, or I had never been to Chibok before, and I wanted to go there to see, like, where is this place that they came and took all these girls, you know. And then I had an opportunity to make a documentary there, and I said, wow, so this is the Chibok. I would like to take this and show it to everyone else that I meet.
The mass abduction, the most infamous action of Boko Haram, sparked a global outcry and the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls social media campaign. Della Musa was one of the film viewers.
I'm living the pain of those women. As a mother, I feel their pain. I know exactly what it is to go through this kind of thing. So it's not a good experience, although I enjoyed watching it, but it's not an experience that anybody would want to go through.
Benson, who has been making movies for over 10 years, says he started experimenting with virtual reality just last year. The documentary cost him over $11,000 to produce.
This is you in another person's world. You know, you can look around you in 360. You know, I think there's a different connection that it has, you know, for viewers. And when you're able to look around, see their world, see how they live, see how they eat, see what kind of schools their kids go to, see what kind of farms they farm in, you know, maybe you sort of appreciate their struggle a little bit better.
I will not stop praying for you, Refokat. I will never stop.
People should know. Do you know, it's quite appalling to know that some people still think that this story is a lie. How can they think that this Chibok thing is a made-up story? This is something that happened to people. People are crying. Parents are looking for their children. So this story should go around. The world needs to come and help these girls.
Freed Chibok girls say some of their friends are still stuck in Boko Haram Sambisa forest hideout, where many have died from snake bites, childbirth, and sickness.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. After the break, we'll look at how social media can be used to promote fitness.
Be ready when the future calls. To share your ideas, your talents. Celebrate moments that matter. Nurture your family and community. Passion, determination, hard work. That's what drives you. Imagine a bank that's passionate about supporting your growth, that joins you on your financial journey and is part of your future. That's you Bank, growing with you.
We do not just speak, we let every voice in our nation find full expression in language and in culture. We do not just teach, we empower all people with education. We do not just bring you the news, we place you where the news is happening. We do not just entertain, we take you on journeys. We do not just broadcast sport, we create an arena for sporting heroes to inspire you. Ours is not just a job, it's a calling to ensure that everyone in our nation is informed, educated, and entertained. We're able to do this because you do your part. SABC TV licenses, it's all made possible by you.
Remember that you can send your text stories to us if you tag us on social media. We are on SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. It's News Network at sabc.co.za on email. This week, Sibusiso Sambo shared his text story with us.
I am into tech stuff, especially my phone, iPhone 6s Plus. I feel like it's more convenient for me in terms of how I adapt to using it in different ways. I write poetry, so notes is convenient for me because I can lock it up. I also take pictures with my phone because it's got like 20 megapixels. And then music as well. I enjoy listening to a lot of music. The phone has 54 gigabytes of space, and so I can have all genres of music. The thing is, I've experienced all the types of phones, but so far I've had this phone for over 3 years and it still hasn't given me problems. It works the way I want to. The internet's fast, Wi-Fi connectivity, everything is just good. There's the Vega app, the school app that we can use on my phone, which is commonly for PCs, but we can actually get on the phone and access all your emails from school, your modules. By the way, my name is Sibusiso Sambo. Please follow Network on all social media platforms and watch the video on Instagram.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Now, in a minute, I'll be chatting to Zulu Transformers who are behind me at the moment about how they use social media to promote fitness. But first, let's find out how others use social media to promote what they do.
I use social media for sharing information on eating, training and supplementation.
I help small to medium scale organizations and businesses and personalities pretty much just find what their audience or market is.
Now, gentlemen, thank you very much for bearing with me. It's also starting to rain. Now, let's start with you, Velenkosin. How did Zulu Transformers actually start and when did it start?
My hobby is training people. I'm a lifestyle trainer, so that's how Zulu Transformers came about, because we had a passion in training people and paying attention in terms of their well-being, physical being and their mental being as well.
Why did you decide that you wanted to use social media, Instagram specifically?
Instagram is a social media where you can market yourself very easily and you can grow very fast, I must say. I mean, as far as I know Instagram, I don't know very much about Instagram, but as we posted our social media pages, pictures on Instagram, and we promoted some of our pictures, we saw the growth, we saw the followers, they're coming, and people were commenting. But it's a combination of both, because whatever we post on Instagram, we also post on Facebook.
Yeah, just to add on that, Instagram and Facebook, basically, you don't only get to market yourself locally, but you also take it like abroad, different countries that might be doing the same thing, but you want to be different when it comes to training. If you want to stand out, you want to be different. So that's why we chose to put it on Instagram and Facebook, because we knew that what we're doing is different.
What's in a name? Because you guys say you started with another name and then you changed it to Zulu Transformers.
We wanted people to understand what it means.
Because we were Ibuto, we were a group, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we wanted to give it something more welcoming. So that's why we decided, it was actually suggested to us by a guy that did our logo. It did the logo and then it's like, why don't you change your name to Zulu Transformers?
Does the name actually work on Instagram?
I think it is. I think it is, honestly. Besides Oguti, it's just about training. But when someone reads Zulu Transformers, you're interested in finding out more what happens here. Because you only see guys that are wearing traditional outfits, but you don't really know what's happening. So it's important to always, understand your vision, understand where you want to be.
Now, how do people actually find you on social media?
Social media, our Instagram handle is Zulu Transformers, starting with the Z, ending with the Z. And then Facebook, it's Zulu space Transformers.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on Network tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, hi, this is Bujibikwa, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite technology, right? My favorite form of technology, using the right English, is my cell phone. I am obsessed. I type, I work, I print, I do videos, my whole life is in here, like literally on my cell phone. And then there's what we call the microwave, quick, fast, then out. That's it.
25 years ago, it was a vote for hope for a new nation. It was about rejoining the global family. This time, it's about bread and butter issues, about corruption, jobs, societal ills, and social cohesion. Then and now, always there, when South Africa decides.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Welcome back. Now here's what else took place in the rest of the world in the tech space.
A software program has made it possible for hearing-impaired taxi drivers to take to the roads of Seoul, capital of South Korea. Lee Di-ho became one of the first deaf taxi drivers in the city last year. Lee has profound hearing loss and cannot hear even when using hearing aid.
안녕하십니까? 청각장애인 기사님이 운행하는 택시입니다.
The communication aid technology developed by a local startup called Caucus has been a great help to taxi drivers like Lee. To ensure clear communication between the driver and the passenger, 2 tablets are installed in the taxi, one facing the back seat and the other next to the driver. Passengers can indicate their required destinations by speaking, writing or typing the information using the interface. The technology helps ease passengers' concerns that a driver's inability to hear may pose a safety risk on the busy roads of Seoul.
I was very nervous when I got on the taxi, but later I found he is more focused on driving than ordinary drivers. When I was thinking about how can I tell the driver that I wanted to get off, the tablet gave an audio cue and then I got off.
Support equipment for safe driving, including microphone sensing unit for distance, is also installed on the taxi, turning a game reserve into a high-tech fortress. Thermal cameras, solar-powered radar mast, strategically placed CCTV, a huge stride forward in protecting wildlife in South Africa. Between 2007 and 2015, rhino poaching rose by an estimated 9,000%. In 1 year alone, more than 1,200 were killed. But the new technology dubbed Connected Conservation has had a drastic effect in this reserve near Kruger National Park.
Particularly in our first year of operation, which was 2016, we reduced poaching by 96%, and from January 2017 to date, we have not had a rhino poached.
Protecting a reserve tens of thousands of hectares in size isn't easy. Despite electrified fences, foot patrols and camouflage outposts, poachers can still find a way in. But the new defense technology, a collaboration between Dimension Data and Cisco, has cut ranger response times here from half an hour to 7 minutes.
Now the visibility on areas where we previously did not have visibility, and you can hide your tracks when crossing a road, but you cannot hide in front of a camera.
The fight is currently focused on protecting rhinos and in just one park, but it could be used to save elephants, lions and other endangered species. Developers say there are plans to roll out the system across Africa as well as India, South America and New Zealand. Great, here we go. With these words, a robot lets a researcher at the University of Washington know that he is about to be fed. The mechanical voice says, "Ready? Make sure I can see your face." And a large piece of melon is placed directly in front of the recipient's mouth. As soon as the fruit has been taken, the robotic arm goes through the whole process again.
In terms of just the technology itself, we are using multimodal sensing capabilities such as vision and haptic technology, which is the sense of touch, to be able to skewer a food item and feed a person.
With 1 million adults in the US needing someone to help them eat, according to 2010 data, the need is obvious.
Eating free-form food is actually a very intricate manipulation task because this is a deformable object. They are hard to model, and it's in a cluttered plate, right? And so what we are trying to do here is using these multiple different modalities. We are trying to find what is the best way to pick up a food item such that it's not only successful to pick up a food item, but later on it's easier for the person to take a bite. So it takes into account both manipulation as well as human-robot interaction challenges.
A camera mounted on the robotic arm uses computer vision and machine learning to recognize the pieces of fruit and follow verbal commands from the user. The camera learns to recognize the user's eyes, nose, and most importantly, their mouth. It can adapt its movement even when the person moves.
Next steps in terms of manipulation would be so that the robot can pick up realistic food meals, not just solid food items, but a plethora of other food items in a realistic meal, using different items of cutlery, as well as figuring out how to transfer it so that it is according to users' preference.
The research team expects it to take years to perfect the system, and so are taking an inclusive approach.
A very big focus of our work is to be able to take existing hardware and be able to use artificial intelligence and machine learning to be able to make it perform superhuman things. I think it was very important for us that we could take the same robot arm, the same wheelchair that these users were very comfortable using and were using in their homes, and retrofit it with our technology such that they were working with a familiar piece of hardware that was suddenly so much more capable because of the intelligence that was added into it.
In the meantime, while there is no danger that the research team will go hungry, they do hope they can teach the robotic arm to pick up smaller pieces of food.
Now, when a church collapsed in KwaZulu-Natal, one member said he struggled to call the police and emergency services because there was no mobile phone network where he was. So this week on Twitter, we are asking you if you think there's good enough mobile phone network coverage in your area. Now, 25% of respondents say yes, there is mobile phone network coverage in their area. There's 41% of respondents who said no. The number is in the majority at 10%, and the lowest number of people are people who say they actually do not know whether they have good enough mobile phone coverage in their area, and there is 24% who say it depends on which mobile phone network provider it is. It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. From me and the rest of the team right here in the middle of the night in Durban. Have a good one. It's bye-bye.